it's important to validate and show care and compassion for these uncomfortable emotions. I don't want to call them negative emotions. They can be very uncomfortable, but our emotions are there to actually inform us.
It's an internal navigation system. If there's an emotion, and like you said, I like the reframe of uncomfortable. Certain emotions are pleasant to me and certain are not pleasant to me. But the truth is they all hold information, right? And I love the way you're talking about it, because I think we've been in the let's not feel that, that's bad, that's negative. Because as soon as I decide something's negative, then I want to get rid of it. And getting rid of the emotion isn't really the path to freedom. It really is about learning to be with myself, asking questions. I wonder what this emotion is wanting to reveal to me. I think there's this idea that if we feel it, we're going to get stuck. And the truth is, if we don't feel it, we're going to get stuck. So it's sort of paradoxical in that way, or counterintuitive at least.
Absolutely. And I do feel like I think that we need to learn as parents and as supporters for the other people in our world, we need to learn how to validate and sit with our uncomfortable emotions and other people's uncomfortable emotions. And then if the child or the person that we're supporting is not able to move through it, if they're ruminating on it and they're getting stuck on it and adding a bunch of story, then that might be the time to say, hey, I can see that this is actually causing more distress. How would it be if we do something to distract? But not immediately going to, okay, we got to change the subject because this is uncomfortable for me, or I'm worried if you share your emotions, you're going to start crying and you'll be unconsolable, and then I won't know how to handle it, right? That, I think a lot of it comes from people are pushing it away because they can't handle sitting with that emotion.
I would say probably about 100% of the time, right? Yeah. I mean, if we look, I think about a child on an airplane having what we call a temper tantrum, really emoting, the parent might go into shame, and try to stop the child because they're uncomfortable as distracting people. That is a very obvious example, but what you're talking about, I think, is so important, because in so many ways, if I'm not comfortable with my own emotional inner landscape and being present with it, then I can't be that for you. And then we end up either fixing or thinking, if I hand you a Kleenex or if I put my hand on you, all these things please don't feel because it's too painful for me. You said something that I think is so important, and I wanted to kind of go back to it. You just said it in passing. It's so powerful.